Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to my channel, welcome to my video, and if you're looking for an ABC deck that doesn't use the Punk engine, something that you want to play, I know that there are a lot of lists using the Punk engine, but you might not have it, it might not be so cheap in your area, or it might be something that you don't like playing because of the bricks or the normal summons if you don't open with the correct cards. I have something for you. I have my list, my ABC list, post Ancient Fairy Dragon, post March 10th, something that has not happened yet, but I'm eager to play with my favorite archetype again. Well, in the tier Shizu format, I even got to play with it, but it was so hard. Like, the decks were so crazy, bestials were everywhere. But now we have a chance again, and I'm here to show you a list. So let's go. I'm gonna show you the list without further ado. This is my list, and I was thinking a lot when building it. I was thinking on how competitively viable this is, because it doesn't matter if you run the Punk engine, if your ABC deck is ready to make like insane boards with Naturia Exterio and Baron the Floor and all these cards, but it loses to a single hand trap, or even if it loses to a lot of hand traps, or even worse, if you lose the Dyro and they start comboing in front of you, you don't have any sort of response. So this is what frightens me about these highly combo decks. They don't have a lot of defense. They don't have a lot of interactions with your opponent, especially when you're going second. So I was trying to think about something that is consistent enough, uh, something that runs power cards, and like skill drain, for example, and something that makes you practically win your first turn if you win the die roll, and you open like decent enough. So what did I do here? First of all, I was thinking about how many staples I could put in my deck, and I added like 14 of them, 9 hand traps, 3 skill drains, and 2 triple tactics talent. TCC is like an insane card in ABC. Drawing cards here is crucial for your strategy. So this is like a pot of desires in a format where there are hand traps everywhere again. Going second, it is also good enough for you to break boards in general, especially Kashtira. Kashtira is a problem in this metagame for us, but we've always had huge problems throughout the years when we were playing ABC. There were always like blowout cards that we could never uh, get rid of, or we had a lot of trouble with. So Kashtira is not gonna be the one deck that's gonna like delete the deck. So let's go for the list. Going over the cards here, I have something that I don't usually do, but in this special case, now that Ancient Fairy Dragon is back, and this is an insane card, even after the errata, the errata really doesn't matter. I run 2A, 3B, and 2C. I do it because there are not enough spaces for a 40 card main deck if I want to run the hand traps that I want to run. I don't really have a lot of room for the 9 letters, and I also do not have room for the unauthorized reactivations. I love that card, I really do. I think it's a very versatile defensive, offensive, consistent card. But an unauthorized reactivation, this one, in case you guys are wondering, or if you're new to the strategy, um, it's not a monster, and it doesn't interact well with Shireen, for example. And I'm gonna tell more about my Perlerino slash Shireen option here. It's not gonna be so hard to find out why it's a very good addition to the deck. But moving on, I have the set rotation. Of course, it's an insane card. Terraforming, well, 2 terraformings in a way, 3 Hanger, 3 Pillarino, 2 Ravines, 1 Coliseum, and 2 Regulus. I prefer to run 2 Regulus instead of 2 field spells. You could change that, but Regulus in itself is a very strong card, and if you happen to remove one of of your regulars, it's good to have another one in rotation. But you could like ditch one regulars and run two this Coliseum instead, or you can just run one of each. It's up to you. It's up to you in your test, whatever you think it's best. And I run triple Destrudo and one Dark Worm. Dark Worm is simple. If you open Ravine and Destrudo, you ditch Dark Worm and you can make Ancient Fairy Dragon without your normal summon. So it's a pretty simple equation here. I'm not running three Ravines because I don't have room. There are better cards, and it's a little redundant because we are already running three Destrudo. Destrudo is an insane card. And if you open Pelourinho plus Destrudo, again, Pelourinho, Shireen will be your Dark Worm, will be your special summon. You can ditch Destrudo. It is gonna be an insane combo. So I run two TCCs as I said for consistency for breaking boards. I run triple Ash, triple Bell. Well, let me tell you about that. Bell is a hand trap, is a level 3 tuner, which is good in this deck. Bell is very good with the defense of your deck. There are several cards. Everything that screws with us basically have to do with banishing cards from our graveyard, and Bell stops all of that. So it's a very good addition to the deck. You could run Impermanence because of Arise Heart. Arise Heart is a card people tend to make it with four summons, and if they happen to make an Arise Heart and you don't have the outs, you're screwed basically. Triple I never know how to say this. Triple Tactics Talent is a very strong card against Arise Heart because you know the effect is mandatory to attach from the banished card, so you just bait bait Arise Heart and take it over. You know. Well, I run triple Nibiru because Nibiru is a power card. It's very good in the format, so yeah. So it heavily punishes people who overextend their plays, and instead of like a trio of impermanence, I run triple skill drain because skill drain is is so strong in this format, outside this format, here, there, in OCG, in TCG, it's strong everywhere. It's it's your win condition almost like. If you open skill drain, it doesn't matter how bricked you are. If you open skill drain and you can just hang on for a few turns, you're gonna pretty much win the game. It's a very strong card, and it just denies many strategies that we have available, like Despia doesn't play around skill drain, Cashier doesn't play around skill drain. If you just hold the attacks, hold your life points, you're not gonna lose the game. So yeah, triple skill drain for your win con. As for the extra deck, well, triple Buster, I wouldn't run two. Buster is, well, a busted card. It is. I don't like running two, basically. I like knowing that I have a Buster there all the time whenever I need it. I run a Black Rose Dragon, my favorite card of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's not because of that I play it, it is because of the Dark Hole plus destroying everything effect. It is a good bait for some boards. If your opponent doesn't stop your Destrudo plus Shiring or Destrudo plus Dark Worm, you can just make a Black Rose Dragon out of nowhere, and they're not gonna know I hate them. They're gonna have to interact with it, or if they don't have any negations, they're gonna just be wiped out, and you can continue playing. So I like Black Rose Dragon a lot. Ancient Fairy Dragon, well, it's back. Thank God it's back. It's such a good card, and it plays by itself basically. If you have like a B and you're able to make fairy, I mean, you're good. I like Clarion Hushka a lot still. I recognize that it is not as useful as it once used to be, but it's a nice toolbox. Eventually you're gonna need it. So Clarion Hushka is a good card. Masquerina, the Nightmares, the three of them, Platinum Gadget for the combo. I run Merrymaker plus Sargas. Um, Sometimes you find yourself being able to make a rank 4, which will become Sargas, and you can search for Regulus, and if Shiring milled a letter in your graveyard, you can make Regulus and make a Platinum Gadget and start comboing off from there. So it's a mandatory combo or toolbox for you. And Appaloosa plus Access Code Talker, great cards. If you wanted to, what I would do here, I would probably ditch Clara and add Zeus. I'd probably do that. So it's very fair enough if you do that too. So yeah, this is the deck. I was debating on whether we'd play it online or with my physical cards. But let's do some test hands online. I guarantee that we're not gonna brick. So yeah, so we open with Union Driver. We always do. We can always assume that we're gonna open with it. If we make like Shireen and we just like ditch it, we can already start like comboing off. You could have ditched Ash Blossom so you could rotate your letters from your hand and special summon them. You can trigger C, but actually here I think it's fair enough. Like you activate Regulus, you can make a Masquerina and bring back. You can search A, bring back C. Um, yeah, Special C make Unicorn. Unicorn makes Appaloosa, and you go from there. Um, okay, so this hand, okay, we open Hanger. If we get Ashed here, well, we lose. But we don't lose actually because we have Skill Drain. Skill Drain will hold the ground for us. Big time. But from here on, man, you just like it's Union Hanger is such a stupid card. Once you resolve it and you're going first, it is very hard for you to lose. Here you can bait out your opponent, like you can make an Ancient Fairy Dragon, but here I don't even know what to do. There are so many options. You can go Ancient Fairy Dragon, see if they eat out your bait. You can already like this Coliseum, take your Regulus, Special B. You can just go freestyle from here, you know. You can make Masquerina, C, Chain B. You grab another B. Perhaps you summon A. And if you want to protect your Buster from spells, you can summon your B from your hand through Ancient Fairy Dragon. But here you can already make Appaloosa. So it's gonna be like Appaloosa, Regulus, Buster, a classic um, ABC board under like Skill Drain and a Hand Trap. This is like insane. So yeah, of course we're not being interrupted here, but you can get the gist of it. Actually, what we can do here, something that we can do is go. We are on Yu-Gi-Oh! Omega. You can see my decks here. I've been testing. This is like ABC Punk, but I was testing the Punk engine and I don't really dig it. I don't even have it real life, so yeah. Okay, ABC Punk. Let's go against Salamangreat because they have a lot of hand traps, even if it's a bot. Like, so here, oh my, we bricked. If we went second, we could have done something, but here we just break. Let's see something else here. Okay, so again we open driver. You can see that we're opening driver a lot, but yeah, it's not a problem. It happens. Um, let's just pray that we mill the strudel from Shireen. Here we can, yeah, we can ditch driver. It's okay. And we did. Jesus, man. Okay, we run three of it. We did milled the strudel. This is a point of luck, but what we could have done if we hadn't milled the strudel, we could have normaled C, make Sarga. Sarga searches the Regulus or Coliseum, and you would special summon Union Driver in itself. But If you got hand trapped, you had two draws. I think they could have an impermanence here, but yeah. If we hadn't milled the strudel, which we did, so it changes everything. That changes everything. Um, I don't know what. Yeah, we can special summon Union Driver, but there is not a lot we can do with it. Now that we have Regulus, we could. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, we open busted here. Let's let's allow this Maxi to resolve. That way they just buy more hand traps. Here we can go Dark Worm Destrudo. Without our normal summon, we can already bait out their hand traps. They're probably gonna have one. They do, and yeah, we can just play from here. You know, normal ABC plays. Nothing new under the sun. We also have our hand traps, so yeah, pretty powerful stuff. Lastly, again, you can see that we're opening like Union Driver excessively. It looks like we're playing multiple copies of it. Here we okay, we're kind of cooked, but we're not really cooked. I mean, we got Ashed. We can search for Dragon Ravine. We can ditch Union Driver, Special Dark Worm. Yeah, that's possible, right? Normal Ash Blossom, make Ancient Fairy Dragon, and we got Valor. And but we have a Nibiru. They are a some of them great deck, so they're gonna get Nibiru here. Yeah, that's unfortunate. We got like double hand trap on a very weak hand, but that was what it took for them to stop us. And we also have a hand trap if things go south. If you see that they're gonna remove our ancient fairy dragon, so he has 3,000 attack defense, so it's a very high defense. But you could see that he has a lot of push. Here we can surrender. Going one more again. If we get Ash here, which we didn't, we could have drawn two cards. We already have skill drain. You see like we open also with always with two or three interactions in a way, and we can combo still. Here, yeah, like if we get Ashed, we didn't, but we wouldn't. I would normal summon in, set skill drain and pass basically. That's what I do. I wouldn't do much, but since we didn't get Ashed, and people don't usually Ash terraforming, they Ash the field spell. But yeah, once we have the field spell, things get much better. So yeah, guys, that's the deck. Here we bricked big time. I'd say we could set like Bell and set skill drain, but again, skill drain is pretty powerful by itself. So if we waited a turn, maybe we could draw something. Um, and our final hand is this one. So yeah, pretty good. And with this, I'm gonna say goodbye. I'm gonna thank you for watching my video. It's a very simple video. It's a very simple list. It's an idea that I had, and I hope you guys get some more ideas out of this one. You get your own adaptations. Let me know in the comments if you watched the video, if you like the idea, if you think it could be competitive, if you like or if you don't like the P.U.N.K engine, what sorts of like builds you like, or why you're playing ABC in the first place. There are so many decks available, so why are you playing ABC out of all decks? So please let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.